look at this. Matt Wallner got recalled to the big league club on July 7th. Since that time, among players with at least 75 plate appearances, he's got the 4th best OPS. And look at the company he is keeping. Judge, Vladdy, Witt Jr., Juan Soto, and Ketel Marte. And we're pleased to be joined by Minnesota Twin Matt Wallner, who joins us now via Ballpark Cam. First of all, Matt, thank you for joining us. I know it's early. You guys got an early start against the Kansas City Royals. But when you hear and see that footage of Royce Lewis being so excited for you, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, Royce, he's so much fun to play with, just to be around. I mean, you can see it there. He has more energy than anybody I've ever met, and you can see it on the field when he plays. So it's just, a lot of fun for us in the clubhouse and on the field.
Matt, we knew you were coming on, and our research department comes up to us and says you have to ask him about barrel rate and exit velo and hard hit rate, which shows you the OPS score. Like, how much are you paying attention to any of it? It's just so much information, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love as much information as I can get, but sometimes I feel like there's a little bit too much, and I don't necessarily like to, look at the stuff that I do, I like the information on the pitching side and defense side, other stuff like that, and just control what I can control at the plate.
Matt, take me through being a hometown guy. I mean, you grew up in Minnesota. Ticket requests through the roof. Are you able to slow the moment down? Like, take me through everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I grew up coming to games here and at the Metrodome in Minneapolis, and being able to wear the Twins uniform now is awesome. I'm so blessed to be able to do that. But yeah, I get probably more texts than the average person playing at a city 500 miles away from where they grew up. So, just kind of got to monitor those and get back to everyone that I can. But yeah, it's awesome to see people, that haven't seen in a while coming to games. Just my, youth coaches growing up, family, friends. So
are you getting catcalled every game? It's like, hey, Matt, remember me? I was in 8th grade, biology with you.
Actually, it's funny you say that. My 8th grade biology teacher was here like 2 weeks ago.
Guys, stay with me.
Hey, Matt, to that point, the Twins drafted you twice. They drafted you out of high school. You decided to go to Southern Miss, and then they draft you out of college. I mean, you're kind of playing hard to get a little bit, weren't you?
Yeah, they wanted me as a pitcher out of high school.
Really?
And I love to hit too much, so I was ready to go to college though. But it was really exciting the second time around to get drafted here again. So this is obviously the team I've always wanted to play for, and just so fortunate to be able to make it happen.
Matt, I got to go back to the soundbite. So I'm listening to Royce Lewis say, he told me he was going to get him. He told me he was going to get him. You seem unassuming. What conversation did you guys have that Royce knew that you were going to hit that home run?
I don't know if I said I was going to hit a homer. I think they had a mound visit and went up there, and I was kind of hoping. I was just feeling good seeing him a couple times, and was hoping to see him a third. And during the mound visit, I felt really good about this at bat, and seeing him well. So let's see what happens. But
Matt, you went down for almost 3 months. From April, when you went down, to July. What's the most important thing you learned?
Yeah, I mean, I think I started here the season 2 for 25, got sent down, and then as much as I sucked here, I sucked even more in AAA for the first month. So I was looking for jobs at Home Depot, anywhere that was opening, and just, I don't know what I was doing, but just, push through it, and I worked in the weight room, in the training room, just a little bit more mobility in my body, and I just didn't have the feel that I did last year for my swing. It just felt different, and then I got a lot of the mobility back, and as of end of May, beginning of June, ever since then, I've really felt good and kind of like I have in the past.
Have you always been a home run hitter? Were you the 12-year-old that was shaving, hitting balls onto the highway?
No, I was tall and skinny until like my senior year in high school. I was probably 6'4", 6'5", 180.
Whoa.
My junior year of high school, so I didn't hit a ton of homers.
Really? Because
no.
when you look at the metrics, Matt, I mean, you are light tower power. You have an absolute bazooka. I can see why people want wanted you to pitch. You got the second, what is it, Nate? Second highest,
best outfield arm.
next to Nolan Jones.
97.8 miles per hour.
Look at the average home run distance. I mean, this is big time power.
Wow, Matt. Congrats to you, man.
Matt, you ice fish. Yes?
Excuse me?
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I live in, it's not very good for ice fishing. I live in Mississippi now, down by where I went to school.
Okay.
But growing up, yes, I used to all the time. And
That's
me and
great.
my brothers, my dad, so
To walk
it was a
me
lot of
through
fun.
it. How do you stay safe? So you carve out the circle in the ice. I always wonder about this. Tell me.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously I grew up here, so you grew up around, ice all the time, and you learn the safety of it and whatnot, when to go out there and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, depending on the time of year, you're walking out or driving out, and then just drilling a hole in the ice, putting up a shack, and just going from there. But it's something to do in the winter, and I love it.
Matt, you're the all-time leader, home run leader at Southern Miss with 58. You grew up in Minnesota, obviously. Biggest difference between Mississippi and Minnesota?
Everything.
So many. I mean, I'll never forget the first fall practice we had. Our coach just came up to me. He's like, "Are you okay?" Because it was so hot. I never felt any heat like that in my life. And I was like, I really don't know. I think I need to go inside for a second, because our
And that was fall
our hottest
practice.
day. Yeah, exactly. Our hottest day here doesn't even sniff that in Mississippi.
I used to live there, and everyone would say, we're Minnesota nice. What does that mean?
I think just being outgoing, talking to people, and just, trying to be a good person to each other. And I think most of the Midwest people are friendly and outgoing and good to each other. And I think just trying to be a good example of that myself.
Who was your guy growing up? What Twin player was your favorite?
So, I mean, I was in the Maurer and Morneau era, and I strike out a little bit too much to be Maurer's my favorite guy. So, not that Morneau struck out a ton.
I like
He hit more power, more like my game. But I love both those guys growing up.
All right, I'm going to put you on meat lovers omelet, short stack of cakes before the day game. What are you having for breakfast?
I'm usually a pretty simple breakfast guy. I like
Really?
just scrambled eggs are over easy, and then if I'm at a restaurant, just hash browns, bacon, and then
All-American.
maybe a parfait. Yeah, just something simple, and try and do something similar here.
Maybe you can throw in a little of
Nothing
that
crazy.
summer sausage that the
Oh,
Twins
right.
were rocking
Nasty.
early in the season. There it is. Matt, is that thing still lying around from earlier this year?
I haven't seen it. I think
Okay.
it got mold, and it's out of here.
Yeah.
Matt, my recommendation is never say parfait on this show.
Yeah.
But take us inside that Minnesota clubhouse. And when you guys have a big September, why will you have a big September?
I think, just contributions from everyone. Even, C4's out right now, but hopefully he'll be back soon and coming back into the lineup. And, Buxton's been unbelievable all year, and just some of the younger guys. Obviously, Royce Lewis is unbelievable. Miranda's been unreal all year. Christian Vasquez is hitting really good right now at the catcher position. Jeffers has been great. I mean, just everyone, and pitching staff all the way through. I think we have a really good bullpen, and just trying to rally around each other and kind of keep building what we've been doing.
Well, Matt, we appreciate you getting to the ballpark a little bit earlier and joining us here on MLB Central. Good luck today, and good luck the rest of the season.